You've been thinking about moving to Colorado Springs, but not sure if you'll love it. Today, Francis and I are going to give you 5 reasons why we think you'll love it. There are top 5 reasons why we love it. So stay tuned. Stick around for number 5. You don't want to miss that one. We're going to jump right into it. All right, everyone. In case you're new to the channel, this is a channel where we talk about everything, where to live, work, eat, play, all right here in Colorado Springs and the Pikes Peak region. We are licensed realtors here in the state of Colorado, so if you are considering making that move, please reach out to us. Download our reload packet down in the description box. We'd love to help you out any way we can, but without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Number 1 reason why we love Colorado Springs. What is it, Francis?
The number 1 reason, and a lot of people say this, there's literally something to do all year long here in Colorado Springs, or Colorado in general.
I agree. There are all 4 seasons here. Sometimes you get them in one day because the weather's a little bit crazy. That's another reason I love this state, though. I love the weather here because as crazy as it can get, as volatile as it can get, it's pretty balmy here most of the time. But there's something to do here in every single season. So wintertime, the winter sports are easy and accessible. Like, what is it, 2 hours to get up to ski country?
Yeah, it's about 2 hours. And then, if you want to just go hike in the snow too, from Colorado Springs, it's a 10-minute drive to Cheyenne Canyon, which we're like right next to here at Bear Creek Park. You can go sledding. But yeah, obviously the main thing to do here in the wintertime is definitely skiing and snowboarding. It's about 2 hours.
I agree. And then, summertime, I love to fill my summers if I can. A lot of the times they're filled with helping buyers and sellers out because that's a busy season. But whenever I can get out in the mountains, go camping, backpacking, fishing, hiking, you name it, all the summer activities are glorious here, especially up in the mountains, because while it does get a little bit hotter down here, the weather in the mountains in the summer is primo. The spring sports, we still have spring skiing and all that stuff, but it's just getting into hiking season. So spring can be a really great time to get out, kind of shake off the winter rust and be able to get out and hike. And they're so accessible here too. You can be on a trail anywhere, from anywhere in
Less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. It might not be the most crazy and most beautiful trail, but there is just no shortage of activities here, and you can enjoy them any time of the year.
Yeah. Fall is also really cool too. They've got some pretty unique activities. Actually right now, well, not currently because we had a pretty heavy hail summer, but down in Penrose, which is about an hour and 10 minutes from Colorado Springs, you can actually go and pick your own apples. So that's a fun little, fall activity that's pretty unique to Colorado. We've got some actual legit pumpkin patches here too, which is pretty cool. It's not just a bunch of pumpkins kind of sitting in a parking lot like what I'm used to.
Is that what they do in Texas?
Yes, yeah. Oh yeah, there was this church that I used to go to. It was $18 for a good sized pumpkin. $18.
That's gross.
It's insane. What else can you do in the fall? There's hay rides, you've got Halloween activities. It's actually people are pretty big on Halloween here. Everybody decorates, there's lots of kids out trick-or-treating and stuff, which
I think fall is the best season here.
Fall is pretty incredible. You can go obviously see the Aspens, not far from Colorado Springs again. There's a lot of really great trails in Cheyenne Canyon that you can see a lot of really cool aspens at the right time.
Yes, all seasons. All seasons, there are things to do here. Number 2 reason I love living in Colorado Springs, and I tell people about this all the time. People don't realize it, especially if they haven't been here before, but it is way closer to the mountains than really any other city on the Front Range, any other city this size for sure on the Front Range. Maybe Fort Collins or something like that would be just as close, but Denver proper is not super close to the mountains. So I think it makes quick access really nice, and it makes for a gorgeous view every single morning on the commute or when you wake up and look outside your window. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's a 15-minute drive to get to Pikes Peak Highway from Colorado's downtown Colorado Springs. We're sitting right here at the base of one of the most iconic mountains in America, America's mountain, Pikes Peak. There was actually a song written about it.
There was.
Yeah, what was the name of that song?
I think it's called
America the Beautiful? Yes, America the Beautiful, right here in Colorado Springs. Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, Cheyenne Canyon, 10-minute drive. You can go up Highway 24. Gorgeous, gorgeous drive, too. To go to Woodland Park and, go play in Rampart Range. There's just a litany of activities, not, 10, 15 minutes away from your house, especially if you're, closer to downtown. But yeah, I mean, it's really close to the mountains. That's why I moved out here to Colorado Springs, specifically over Denver, was the proximity to the mountains.
Number 3 reason why we love Colorado Springs, I think you'll agree with me on this one. It's a B city. And if you don't know what I mean by B city, so like Denver would be our A city. That would be like the top city in the area. Colorado Springs would be considered a B city. However, it's the perfect size. Like I've always described Colorado Springs as like a big, small town. It's not too big. It's not too small. You have everything you need, but at the same time, you're not sitting in rush hour traffic for crazy amounts of time, pretty much anywhere you go in the city.
Yeah, that's very true. Coming from a top 5 DMA, a big little city is the perfect description for Colorado Springs. I mean, in El Paso County, we do have over 700,000 people here in the county, but it really doesn't feel that way. I mean, it's pretty spread out and it's continuing to grow east. But I see people all the time just, in the grocery store, at, REI, whatever the case may be. It's the perfect size. Now it is continuing to grow, so we'll see how long that lasts.
Number 4 reason I love Colorado Springs is the growth and opportunity here. We've seen growth of, I think, 17% in population over the last decade. So with that comes a lot of growth in jobs and opportunities for people here. We've seen a lot of things move into the area. It just got announced recently that Space Command is staying here. Colorado Springs is a huge aerotech and defense industry hub. So it keeps us really, really economically stable here. It's always a good thing to see a city growing rather than shrinking. And Colorado Springs I think we're slated to grow quite a bit over the next decade and continue to grow. It's a beautiful place to live. There's a lot of job growth here, a lot of economic growth here. People really want to live here. And so it's a really nice thing to see in our area because I think the city just keeps getting nicer and nicer. More and more amenities keep getting added, all those things. So that's number 4 reason we love living in Colorado Springs is growth and opportunity.
All right, the last number 5 reason that we love living here in Colorado Springs is the sense of community. Now, I think this kind of ties in with, the whole big little city thing, but it's spectacular. We have territory days, huge community activity, the Labor Day liftoff. Coming from Dallas, we never had any of these things. We had the turkey trot. Everybody's got a turkey trot. There's numerous community organizations. There's community centers. There's one in Old Colorado City that's very, very active. It's really built around community. Everybody that's here really just loves Colorado Springs, and it's almost like a point of pride living here in Colorado Springs, just because it is such a tight-knit community. Everybody's kind of looking out for each other. I've lived in a couple different places around Colorado Springs. My neighbors are all super nice. It's super tight-knit. Love the community here. Definitely, honestly, besides being right next to the mountains, probably my favorite thing about Colorado Springs is the community here.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that one. I do think Colorado Springs has a strong sense of community here. With its roots being like a military town, I feel like that has just carried over as we've grown and kind of diversified into something else. And kind of grown into its own identity as the Olympic city. So that's another huge I guess it's almost like a branding piece for the city, but it's become an identity for the city as well. Like you said, we have the Labor Day liftoff. We have territory days. We just got the Widener soccer field finished up. So we're seeing a lot of events take place there, a lot of events taking place downtown all the time. And then it even has like its own little like sub communities that like have all their own events going on, trying to get people involved in the community. I saw one the other day called Briarfest up in Briargate, and they had like a whole separate fair set up just for the neighborhood of Briargate. So it's really cool to see the city like continuing to develop that sense of community and continuing to see that grow into something different and even richer every single year. So there you have it. Those are top 5 reasons why we love Colorado Springs. I mean, Francis, how long you been here now?
3 years.
3 years. I've been here almost 20. Do you plan on leaving anytime soon?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, me neither. I love this city. We think you guys will too if you're considering making that move here. Again, reach out to us. We'd love to help you in any way that we possibly can, whether or not it's the right move for you. And we'll see you next time.